G'day fellas, and welcome to a casted game, spawning in on the east side of the map, representing Izzy Esports, in the colour red, playing as the Abbasid dynasty, it's Marine Lord. And on the west side of the map, playing as the Mongols in the colour blue, representing 3D, it's B. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the pit. Feels kind of weird watching a tournament game happen on the pit. I think the pit is one of those maps it's got a lot of flack over the last couple of months. I think initially when this map was released, people were kind of like, well, I don't know, you spawn pretty close to your enemy. Feels a little bit cramped, especially with this wood line at the back. But I think people slowly have changed their tune with the map. How do you feel about the pit? Do you like the pit? Well, if you do, if you'd like to see more of it, make sure you go check out EGC TV. Actually, when this goes live, EGC TV won't be live. But they will be live on the next weekend, so make sure you check them out every single weekend for the next couple of months. 15 GMT, 10 AM Eastern. There you go, and we've got ourselves a little potential Khan problem right now. Vils jump inside the town center. Does he get a second volley off? He does! Oh my lord, the Khan goes almost down to 11 health, and good game almost gets called immediately. I mean, I'll tell you what, if you lose that many sheep, and I don't think there's a second scout out, it's highly likely that the game would be pretty close to getting called. Imagine right now, you know, B losing all sheep. I tell you what, that would have been tough. That would have been tough. Good reaction time by Marine Lord, but I guess not good enough, or at least not enough villagers on the main spot. So anyway, he's playing the Abbasid dynasty. So this is an interesting map, right? And this is also going to be Marine Lord's map. So for anybody who hasn't been keeping track from the last game, so the last game that we casted was part of this series as well. Now, we didn't cast the first game in this series, and the reason why is because it was a very quick game. So to be honest, you know, I'm not interested. I don't want to see quick games. I want to see good games. And so that's why we're here. That's why we're casting this game. But the first game was won by Marine Lord. The second game was won by B. And this is the final game in the series, a best of 3. Whoever wins this moves on to the next round. And of course, the other person is knocked out of this stage of the event. So very important to win. Marine Lord is, at the moment, the best player in the world. He's just come off a huge win in Germany, in Heidelberg. A massive tournament victory for him there. And B obviously wasn't present there, but is looking to try and change the way that the game is played here. Now, he's taken on Marine Lord before in this event, and he actually beat Marine Lord 2-1 in, I think it was the 3rd round. So the precedent is there. The question is whether it's going to happen, whether B is Marine Lord's kryptonite. But we see a villager beginning to make his way in. Outpost coming down. Look how aggressive this outpost is. Marine Lord is going to be seeing this well and truly in his view. And we've got the age up now coming. Marine Lord's going for a trade wing. All right, now we are getting some serious... The world's best player is going for a trade wing. When I was looking at this, I'm like, that is a trade wing. That is definitely not something you see every day. That's a bit weird, and that's a bit wild, a bit wacky. How is Marine Lord possibly going to be trading when his enemy is in his base killing his dudes? I guess he could always look to trade to his House of Wisdom, like maybe put a wall up across here and then just trade to the corner. It's not the most efficient of trade, and ideally you'd like to go for something a bit more efficient. Alternatively, he could also move a villager down to this corner and build a market down there and send his traders down that way. But I tell you what, that is wild. Why is Marine Lord going for a trade wing? I guess he's looking to match his enemy, right? Like, you got to remember that B, he is going to be going for a silver tree. You'd be crazy not to. Silver tree is incredibly good at the moment. So yeah, you'd be a little bit crazy not to do that. So I think he's just looking to match his enemy. I think he's fearful of being outscaled. And the problem that he's going to have is at the moment there's so many spears in his base. How is he possibly going to deal with this? He's dropping down the barracks. That's going to help create spearmen, but you're going to need archers to deal with this. So he's quite heavy on the wood at the moment. 11 villagers on wood. No prospect of an outpost coming through on this side. The villager actually just going to be heading back to its base. He feels like he's done enough with the villager. In fact, just going to be putting it onto the sheep there. And now that rack's going to be completed. Age up comes through. 3 traders out, ready to begin trading. And spearmen going to make their move over towards this side. Question is, where is that archery range getting thrown down? Marine Lord, one of the world's, or not, sorry, I shouldn't say one of the world's best player, the world's best player. There's the archery range coming down now. Villager actually going to be losing its life. Huge damage coming out. Marine Lord, what is going on? Second villager gets skewered. Silver tree goes down on the other side by B. No real surprises there. 2 vills already lost. And now these traders are going to be having to head back towards the town center. He doesn't want to lose these. Remember that in addition to the attack speed bonus, they've also got access to the movement speed bonus, which is going to help out a huge amount against these Let's take a look at this outpost. This outpost shuts down stone and shuts down gold. So was it just simply that Marine Lord knew he's not going to be able to access stone and said, okay, if I can't access stone, well, the best I can probably do is trade. Is that the reason why? Is that why he's gone for Trade Wing? The world's best player going for the Trade Wing? I got to get a picture of this. Hold on. Give me a second right now. I got to get a picture of this. This is the world's best player. I mean, he's struggling at the moment, but he's going for the Trade Wing. What magic is he going to be pulling out for us today? Traders heading to the corner. Silver tree. It's up. It is functional. Almost. Soon. Shortly. It's got a lot of villas on this. 8 villagers tapping away. Tell you what, if there's something that makes me excited, it is trade in the early game. But I think that just speaks volumes about how big trade has become. If you've got the world's best player on the Abbasid going for the Trade Wing, I tell you what, you're in a world of question marks. That is for sure. So let's have a look and see what B does. He's actually going to be moving the silver tree to the corner. See, this is something I don't agree with. I like it on the Uvu. I think keep it on the Uvu. Put the market in the corner. Rally out those bad boys here. Because you're making them at a reduced cost and they're taking stone. So it really makes sense. 34 gold coming in for the traders from Marine Lord. So not the best. Not the best, unfortunately. Hardened Spears coming in. Marine Lord going to be looking to defend this. Might lose Archer number 1. Falls back away from the position. And B going to be evacuating as he loses one of his spears. And Marine Lord's defense is solid, but how's he going to take out this outpost? A couple of spears still remain in here. He's obviously got the option for a battering ram, and I think that's probably going to be the best route to go. And that's going to be exactly what he does here. And then could probably look for a market in the corner. And then he's going to have to defend. But the one thing to note, the reason why he might be doing this, and don't consider this a throw at all by Marine Lord, I think this is on the money. The problem that you're going to have is against the Mongols with a silver tree. The silver... Oh, look at this. Look at this play by Marine Lord. The consequence of going for the greed with the silver tree in the corner is that now Marine Lord can punish him by forcing this silver tree to just chill, sit here for the moment. Spears are going to be coming out. He might be able to do a ring around the rosy for a little bit, but it's going to be tough. Scout's going to make that whistle sound. Needs to be careful not to lose the Scout. Scout will go down here. So takes out the Scout. Marine Lord not paying attention. And geez, Marine Lord might be a bit off his game today, isn't he? That little outpost, that tower rush, really did him dirty. And I think that's the consequence of having the gold and the stone on the same side, is a single tower shuts it all down. You don't need to progress this outpost up any further. This does enough. So now the outpost is going to be going down. Those traders going to be under threat. You see just a handful of military units looking to try and protect. At the same time, those spears moving back. Wants to bring them back and keep them alive. And where are the traders from B? Let's ride on board with him and see how he's doing. Because the silver tree's finally up. Market is in the corner of the map. We've got a maximum distance trade coming through. And the first of the traders is under production. Look at this. Very smart from B. Knows exactly what to do. Does the rally point before telling it to go to the home market. That way it saves him a couple of seconds. And now we've got cavalry out on the field as well. Where does he get the cavalry from? There it is. There's the stable. First trader comes in 153 gold. Looking very nice for B. And now Marine Lord going to be doing the same thing. Throwing down a market on his corner. This is the power of trade. We've got 2 of the world's best players trading at each other. The only way you can keep up with trade is to trade yourself. And that's a little bit scary. You can try and shut it down. But remember, when you've got the mobility of the Mongols, when you've got the Yam network, when you've got the Khan to empower all of your units, are you really going to be able to shut down that trade? And by the same token, when you've got the walls of the Abbasid dynasty, the cheap discount rate traders. Remember that. Traders are much cheaper for the Abbasid dynasty. There is a real chance that you can't shut down trade on either side. So the best thing to do is for both players just to trade and accept that is the game that we're playing right now. I tell you what, that is an interesting game. I don't think coming into game number 3, the deciding match on the pit, I don't think anybody would have predicted we would see double trade in the feudal age from these 2 players. That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. Does trade need another nerf? There's a part of me that thinks, does trade need another nerf? Beautiful little, beautiful micro coming through here from B as well. Love the way that he's moving through all of those units to push in the deer. Nice little pressure on the front. And how much is he going to be looking to trade here? Because we see the traders making their way across the map. Already picking up the first tier. He's up to 4 traders right now. On the other side of the map, though, Marine Lord's on 3 traders. How many more traders are we going to see? If we only see 1 market, I feel like this is actually a mistake for Marine Lord. With the cheaper traders, I do think it's justified going into a second market as the Abbasid dynasty. That way you can also keep up. Keep in mind that the traders from the Mongols are traded much more quickly through the silver tree. They are, I think it's 33% faster, so compared to the 25 seconds. So you're talking 16 seconds versus 25 seconds. It's a big difference. So one player is going to scale a lot more than the other. But at this point in time, I mean, I would say Marine Lord has recovered pretty well from that early aggression. He's cleaned up the outpost. He's able to regain control of everything that he needs. And now the trade begins. He's also looked to pick up the unique technology available to him. So Marine Lord is all aboard the trade hype train. Up to 4 traders, slowly and steadily working his way to a decent amount of traders. And we see Marine Lord going to be doing the same thing. I love this. You know, I never saw anybody do this until I pointed it out in the video, and now I've just seen everyone do it. So I'm glad that even the pros watch my videos. Oh gosh, that's very funny. Oh geez. All right, well, horsemen coming out from both players. Where is the castle ages? That's going to be the big question, because to be honest, if you're going to be shutting down trade, there's one way to do it in my opinion, and it's knights. Knights are just the best way to be doing it. The main reason why you have to go to knights now rather than anything else is because traders, even though they're tagged as cavalry, they don't get counted by spears, they don't get counted by horsemen, they get counted by nothing. And so you need a high base damage to actually kill the traders. So we'll watch here. I mean, you're still killing the traders, but you can see how long it takes to kill them, right? It's not an easy fix for this. And so once the units move in, they're going to be able to repel these horsemen, and the horsemen can't do damage, right? Like they come in, they get a sneaky trader kill, and that's it. That's it. Nothing too crazy. Just in, out, and that's it. Once you get to knights, though, the knights are actually going to be able to get to the point where they're, you know, four-shotting the enemy traders and killing them, and then they're able to escape and move on to the next trader, and that's what makes the knights so powerful. So trading against the French, against the Rus can be dangerous because of their access to the knights in the feudal age. But yeah, always keep that in mind. By the same token, defending the Abbasid trade, it gets quite easy once you're in Castle Age because you've got access to camels, and camels are one of the fastest units in the games, or in the game rather, one of the fastest units in the game. There we go. So it makes it a lot easier to defend, but remember that the Mongols have got advantages, like they've got Yam network, they've got access to that arrow, the maneuver arrow that comes off, but I like the Marine Lord is sticking around in the feudal age, not looking to go castle, and I think that's really, really important with the Abbasid dynasty here. Interestingly, not adding in that second market still. Is he looking to make any additional traders with this one? He's not. So if we compare the pair at the moment, 11 traders against 6. So one person is scaling, the other person is barely keeping up. And look at the size of the force here from B. Huge amount of archers, up to 34 archers. Where the hell did he get these archers from? Pushing in now. Marine Lord in trouble. We enter into the cinematic mode as Marine Lord tries to hold on. Khan goes down. He throws off the scouting falcon. It's not going to be enough to save his life, and the spearman numbers looking very solid for Marine Lord, but that's not what he needs right now. He needs archers. He needs cavalry. He needs something to keep his units alive here because he's got villagers out on this position. He's taken them out, and there's the cavalry coming in from the south, but there's plenty of spears looking to pick this up. Archer's going to be moving out. He continues to focus them down. Needs to make sure he's focusing down the spears, and there they are getting focused now. At the same time, the Khan is gone. There's no prospect of a maneuver arrow coming through. There's no ability. There's no Yam network that's buffing up these archers. So it's definitely a pretty decent trade coming out. We hear at the same time attack sirens going on, so there might be more attacks happening over on the other side of the map. But Marine Lord has done a pretty decent job at defending this position. The question is going to be whether he's got the tempo to keep up with that trade on the other side of the map, because remember, one person is ahead and the other is far behind. Marine Lord's bringing in reinforcements, trying to defend the archers. Doesn't want to lose too many from these horsemen. More horsemen's going to be coming through. More reinforcements from the bottom side. And once again, a great feudal fight coming out from these two players. We've seen it before. We'll see it again, I'm sure. They continue pushing out into this mill, looking to really fight it. They've got to be careful of the traders. They might get picked up in the crossfire, and more reinforcements going to be coming through from B. The further we move to B's base, the sooner these reinforcements arrive. The sooner we get back to Marine Lord's base, the sooner his arrive. And it slowly but steadily crawls out into a bit of a stalemate here in the feudal age. A little bit of a raid on the backside. Villagers did go down. Workers did go down. Marine Lord lost a lot of workers during that fight. I have no idea what happened. We weren't paying attention, and we probably should have been, because I don't think Marine Lord was either. 15 worker kills at this point in the game is huge. B knows he has Marine Lord on the ropes. This is game number 3. If he wins this game, Marine Lord is getting knocked out of this stage of the tournament, and B will be going through to the next round. Still looking to push up. Horseman numbers are getting up there as well. Not even bothering with any spears. Both players going into mass archer, mass horseman, and looking to try and kite away. B senses that Marine Lord is on the ropes. And he's in trouble. I mean, look, the reinforcement numbers are not coming out. He was idled by the horsemen in his wood line, and so now the reinforcements just aren't going to be there for him. And now continuing to fall back, he's picked up +1 ranged armor. Marine Lord doing the same. Village is going to be going down on this food to the north. Marine Lord only with 11 villagers on food. We'll switch it over now so you guys can see the income. And still these archer fights don't stop. It is non-stop battle between these guys. And now more horsemen going to be coming in. A single spear. He gets shot in the face before he can even get his spear in place. And now continuing to fall back. Do we need outposts here? What do we need to defend this? An outpost, a wall, something that he can hide behind, because these horsemen just keep rallying in. And the Abbasid archers, you hear them screaming out non-stop, just saying, stop, stop, stop. It hurts, it hurts. And it looks like Marine Lord is holding for the moment. The production numbers are decent here. But still these archers, these mass archers just keep building up. The Khan's going to be coming through shortly. There it is. With the possibility of a maneuver arrow to be used here. Trade has been shut down completely. And meanwhile, what's B looking at for trade on the other side of the map? He's up to 17 traders. This is good game. There's no way you can come back from a trade deficit like that. B looks almost certain to be moving on to the next round. And Marine Lord, for the second time in this tournament, will be going down to 3 DB. This is crazy stuff. This is unheard of stuff. Somebody that people suspected he was cheating. As far as I'm aware, there was actually no evidence ever released. I don't want to talk too much about it, but an incredible game by 3DB, just demonstrating his absolute mastery of the Mongol civilization. Very well played, fellas. Go and check out EGC TV if you want to catch more content like this. 15 GMT on Saturday, Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. Australian time. And of course, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and wow, world's best player going down with trade.